Are you disapproving of your body and feeling shame? How does the shame cycle continue this disapproving of the one thing that's going to be with you the rest of your life? And what good can disapproving do for your physical flesh, if anything? We're Rita and Tammy, we're brain trainers. So we actually study the way the brain interacts and affects our physical body and also all matter, the way that it creates, the way that it supports or declines not only the things in our life, but especially our body. So Rita, is there any way to disapprove of ourselves and actually get good results?
Oh, yeah. I know we think that. I know that if I disapprove and I think about this thing that you're disapproving of, this way of how you walk, how you talk, how you feel. The disapproval could be mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. The disapproval is not going to make it better. Mm-mm. I know there's a part of us, this nemesis part of us, that we think that, that if we
only way.
Yeah. And so, and as brain trainers, we know that we have programs, and everything that we do and say and everything we are and who we are and how we connect or don't connect with ourselves, our bodies, our mindset is from programs. It's how we grew up. We grew up disconnected, disapproved, dismissed, and no guidance on how we should feel or how can we feel or what's open and available. So now we have to grow up. Now we get to grow up. We get to make complete and total peace with all those disapproving thoughts, emotions, and feelings. Because when we do that, when we flip that and switch it, what ends up happening is now you're making peace with all parts of you guys, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We need to make peace with all parts of us. That way, shame is not part of the coping mechanism that we've created, because it's keeping us fat, it's keeping us unhealthy, it's keeping us unhappy, it's keeping us stuck in relationships that no longer serve us.
Right. And you guys, you've been lied to. Simple and true. You've been lied to. You've been taught on television. You've been taught from your parents that if you don't like something, you can change it. And so you disapprove of it. And what that does for your body to disapprove of it, it just drives that shame cycle. And the shame cycle makes you more miserable. So if you are feeling shame and you feel 10% shame today, tomorrow you're going to feel 11% or some amount more. So what you're doing is growing shame. So you're going to grow more things to be shameful at the house. So maybe you're ashamed of your arms. And pretty soon, years down the road, it's going to be your stomach. It's going to be your hips. It's going to be your eyes or your hair or your teeth. So this is a ball that's getting bigger. It's rolling like a snowball. In Wisconsin, we have snowballs. You roll them and they collect. As they roll, they collect other snow, and pretty soon you have a big size. Think of that with your emotions. If you don't want to grow it, you don't want more things to be shameful about, you don't want you don't want to notice shame more in your life or others, then we need to interrupt it. And we use the stop technique below. It really works. Stop stress technique.
Yes. Not only that, but come to one of the workshops. We're having a workshop that is called Think and Shrink. So literally what we think is what is being created in our reality. And that, like Tammy was saying, that snowball effect. If it's not shame, it's guilt. If it's not guilt, it's embarrassment. If it's not embarrassment, it's overwhelm. It's not overwhelm. It's just fuck it. Who cares if I die fat or unhealthy? It's done. So we know that snowball effect does. And so here's an opportunity to stop it and start figuring out, what are you dismissing in yourself? What is it that, because look, we grew up, that's what happened. And our parents could not have given that. They did the best they could with what they had. They did the best they could with the information that they had. So now it's time for us to parent ourselves in such a way that we can be freed up. We can be freed up to create health, wealth, and vitality in your life. So join us.
Join us. We'd love to have you. The link will be below. It's coming up in May. Please ask questions, because as you ask questions, we can answer them. And if you like, share, and subscribe, share this with your friends that maybe you're on a weight loss journey with them. And isn't that more fun? Bring them along, bring your accountability partners, and let's get to work on the real issue. All right. You've been thinking that it's the food. You've been thinking that it's a relationship. You've been thinking that it's your job. It's the money. It's all of these things. Let's get to the real issue and deal with it and help you get your freedom. Okay. All right. Like, share, subscribe, and check back tomorrow.